Hello guys, I am Tom, one half of the Honest Entrepreneurs. You have probably seen quite a lot of my colleague Alex recently, and I was thinking you were probably getting bored of him, so I thought I'd jump on and do a video myself on the sexiest part of Amazon FBA, which is supply chain and logistics. Now obviously I know that isn't the sexiest part, it's kind of boring, but it's so critical that you get it right, and I want to give you guys a few tips today to help you guys improve it and hopefully save you guys some money as well. So let me jump in. So the acronym I want you guys to remember here is ABOLASK, A-B-O-L-A-S-C. Now I made that up myself, to be honest, on a Twitter thread that I did recently. I'll drop my Twitter handle down below, please do give me a follow. What that stands for is always be optimizing logistics and supply chain. I want you guys to burn that into your brains and always be thinking of it from the offset, or even if you're 1 or 2 years into your business, you can definitely tighten up your supply chain and logistics and save you guys some money. I'll dive in now with tip number 1. Number 1 is ensure your suppliers are packing as many units as possible into your master cartons. Now that might seem kind of obvious that you'd fit as many as you can in a box, but you need to remind your suppliers and inform them of the Amazon specs. So the Amazon specs per carton, the maximum that you're allowed is 25 inches in length on any one side of the box and 50 pounds in weight. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to use those exact specs for a box, but it means that's your maximum allowance. So you want your suppliers to be fitting as many units as possible into each carton within those specs. So you don't want to be going over those weight or over the length of the cartons, because they will get rejected by Amazon. So you want to stay within specs. The reason that you want to fit as many units in there as possible is because you're very, very likely going to need to use a 3PL with Amazon now. So you can't ship everything direct into Amazon, you're going to send some stuff to a third-party warehouse. These third-party warehouses are going to charge you per carton. So for every single carton that goes in there, you're going to get an inbound fee, you're going to get storage fees, and you're going to get outbound fees. So of course, the more units you can fit in a carton, if it's a per carton fee, then you're bringing down your per unit cost when you average it across the number of units in the box. Another point with this though is there is a maximum limit. Amazon have a maximum limit of 150 units per carton, so please do bear that in mind. It's pretty unlikely you're going to have a product that can fit more than 150 in a carton, but just make sure you don't go over that, because Amazon could ping you for that as well. Okay, so point number 2. If you're shipping LTL, you actually want to be optimizing your cartons themselves. So shipping LTL means that you're shipping it by the pallet. So we want to be fitting as many cartons as we can on a pallet. So Amazon do allow, as I mentioned earlier, the 25-inch cartons on any one side, but that doesn't mean they're the best shape and the best size to fit on a pallet. The pallets that Amazon allow are 120 centimeters by 100 centimeters, and then you get about 182 centimeters in height, but you have to give or take 14 centimeters of that to allow for the pallet height. So you've actually got about 168. So give this information to your supplier, ensure that they are, if they can, use cartons to fit within those parameters, and then you can fit more units on a pallet, which then when you're shipping LTL, in from, sorry, that was a sale came through, if you heard that, cash register go. I'm going to keep going though. If you are shipping in from a 3PL into Amazon, shipping a whole pallet at once, you're charged per pallet. So again, same as the previous point, the more units you can fit on a pallet, the less cost it's going to be per unit when you average it across. Hey, what's up guys? Just wanted to jump into this part of the video and say that myself and Alex, we're currently taking on 3 more mentorship clients for the next quarter. If you are interested and want a bit of help with just building your Amazon business, be it finding a product, be it launching the product, be it kind of working out all these difficult numbers, we are taking 3 more people on. You can hit the link below and apply. We'll give you a call and see if it's a good fit, and we will go from there. Back to the video. Number 3, shipping oversized units, get real quotes. What I mean by that is if you have a new product and you know it's going to be oversized, which is a lot of people avoid it because it's a lot more logistical kind of work and a bit of a headache, but it can be very lucrative if you get it right. Amazon will split your units to 3 warehouses. So you need to know this from the start. So when you're getting a quote, just to kind of price things up, don't get it to just one address and say California, because you might end up, when you actually go to make the shipping plan for the real product, they might send it to New York, they might send it to Texas, they might send it to somewhere in the Midwest. I ran out of places in America that I knew then. But essentially, you need to get a dummy plan made that goes to 3 different warehouses, because that is what it's going to be when you actually do ship. So shipping something to the Midwest and then shipping something to New York, you're actually going to have quite a big price difference in that. And you need to really know your average price for shipping to the 3. Also, just a tip with oversized, they do very often send it to the east of America. So you may ship into the West Coast, into California, and then it's got to get across the whole of the States over towards the East Coast fulfillment centers. So please do bear that in mind. Perhaps get quotes to the West Coast, but also get quotes to the East Coast as well, because you may save money in the logistics side within the states themselves. Number 4, have backup stock with your suppliers. This does depend on your cash position, and it also depends on your relationship, to be honest, with your suppliers. Is why it pays off to have a good relationship. But if you can help it, have a turn stock. So have 3 months of stock, for example, like a quarter stock at your warehouse in China, at your supplier's warehouse, ready to go. Ideally, you haven't had to pay for it yet. You might have done a PO, but you haven't had to pay them yet. Pay it until they release. They have the stock ready, just in case sales fly and things go really well. You have that stock on hand, it's already ready, and you can ship it out straight away. This is a massive benefit in, say, Q4 spikes, or if you suddenly get a great upturn in business and your kind of hard work and all the planning you did around your PPC campaigns and your bullets and your title and the indexing. It can be a bit slow to work sometimes, and one day it can just click and you're flying, and you don't want to mess up that opportunity because it may not come again. So you want to ensure, if you can, that you have some backup stock ready to go at all times. If you are interested in learning about how we find products and how we find opportunities, we have put together a course. We will leave the link down below. Any questions, shoot us an email, drop us a DM, drop us a comment on YouTube, and we'll happy help. We're happy help out. We'll be happy to help out. I'm not cutting that out. Carry on. And point number 5, know your numbers. So this isn't necessarily a bollusk. It's not necessarily about logistics and supply chain, but it's just so crucial. Like you have to know your numbers. You have to know your anticipated logistic costs across the board. And what that includes is transport in China, so the actual logistics in China, the freight costs, the duties costs, the transport and logistics in the USA, the 3PL gate-in charges, the 3PL monthly storage charges, the 3PL gate-out charges, the Amazon UPS ground fees, and then the Amazon storage fees. So there's a lot more than people think, but these things really add up. With the storage at the 3PLs, we generally base it on an average of, we know the stock's going to be there for 2 or 3 months. The same with the Amazon storage as well. So make sure you're calculating all of this on kind of a worst case scenario basis, so you know that your numbers are solid and you are not launching a product that is going to have a net ROI of below 100%, which honestly, if you get below 100% net ROI, which is honestly hard to do as well, like it's rare to find products that can do that, but you really need to be up around that area if you want to organically grow your business and be able to actually pay yourself a wage or expand with other products or deal with an increase in demand, because you need to be spitting off more than 100% ROI to have that spare cash. So there it is, guys, 5 quick tips to help with your logistics and supply chain. And that, I know the 5th one was more to do with knowing your numbers, but it is generally to do with the logistics. You need to know every cost that you're going to have in your business if you want to be successful on Amazon. So make sure that you're doing your homework, make sure you are doing the boring and unsexy part of the business, because you will thank yourself later on. I will catch you guys next time.